Hey, welcome everybody to TIP Daily News in 15 minutes or less. And what a day it has been here in the news. You guys in the Western world, you woke up to the news, at least in America, that Sinwar's dead. I'm here in Jerusalem, and we obviously got it was in the news in the afternoon here. And there's people that are celebrating, and I'm just going to throw it out there. There's a lot of Muslim people here that are not happy. I've seen pictures of them, the real pictures. But you look at this and go, it's an incredible, humiliating victory for Israel. So much to talk about. In fact, on the streets today in Israel, I was able to talk to some people, ask them questions. I talked to some Muslims. I talked to some other people. It turns out they were believers. Great connections, but different opinions, I'll tell you that much. And talking to some Jewish people that didn't want to go on camera for anything. But it's definitely a different feeling. We're here. It's the second day of Sukkot here in Israel. And you look back, it was 2023, October of 2023. It was at the end of Sukkot when October 7 happened. And the invasion of Israel, the slaughter of Israelis. And here it is. It's the beginning of Sukkot a year later. And what's happening? They take out Sinwar. Sinwar is an evil man. It is very humiliating. It's going to be interesting to see what Iran's going to do. I have a theory on that. We'll see. It's only going to go one of two ways when it comes to Iran and what's happening there. But it is indeed, this is big news. And but we have a lot to work out. We're going to come back to Israel in just a minute. Again, the news on the streets. Some people are thrilled, and some people they are not happy about this. It's a very interesting dynamic. You depends on who you're talking to. The Muslims, the Arab community, some are very favorable of Israel. Many are not, and that was especially made clear with us today. But let's get rolling through this. Lots to talk about. And check this out. Cascades volcano has been trembling. I don't know if you're following this, but again, in fact, I was talking with a couple of people that have moved to Israel in the last 20 and 30 years. And they're looking at America like something is seriously wrong. And I know we've talked about this many times. This morning, I talked with three Arabs, Muslim Arabs, and they were saying, and rightly so, there's no leader in the world that the people respect enough. And I couldn't help but think this world is totally set up for Antichrist. You look at all the geopolitical situations with what's going on with Israel and the surrounding nations. You look at the dynamics going on in the U.S. We have the Cascades volcano trembling. You start thinking about something like that blowing, how massive that is. And then we think of the words of Jesus. There will be not just wars and rumors of wars. There will be earthquakes in various places, pestilences, these things growing like birth pains upon a pregnant woman. And then sitting here, you look at America. We have no leader in the world. The world is prepared. I'm telling you right now, prepared for Antichrist. The world is wanting these pains to go away. They're saying we're done with it. They're looking at Israel and the events here. People are saying this is going to escalate to be World War III. We can't have any of this. And I have a theory on this. If the U.S. gets involved, we'll see what happens. Kami Kamala, Ice Cream Joe Biden, whatever his name is, Mr. Ice Cream Man. Whatever happens here, Netanyahu, I reported yesterday, he said, hey, we're going to do something by November 5 to Iran, take out Sinwar now. And just looking at this going, what is going to happen? If it turns into World War III, the pressure against Israel to lay down their arms, and I believe they would only lay them down if there was some kind of an agreement of peace and safety where they could lay them down. They wouldn't have to live under this because Israel's made it very clear. No nation should live under this kind of thing with rockets flying at you and missiles flying at you, people being killed. Listen, I've been here for missiles. I've been here for rockets. So it's real. I today went out and did some videos by an ambulance. It was one of the ambulances that was shot up leaving Nova, and they killed the people inside. You're in an ambulance trying to save people. Hamas is so evil. So nobody should have to live like that. And the pressure is going to grow incredibly difficult against the nation of Israel, I believe, in the coming days. And again, this could escalate into something much bigger. Iran is a huge problem. But will it be that Iran is going to say, hey, are they going to, is Ayatollah really going to start to get worried that they're going to take him out? I would be. If I was Ayatollah, I'd be thinking they might be taking me out. So we're going to see this. Will it be that Iran is going to just kind of pull back? And I mentioned this several weeks ago. It could happen. Iran's going to pull back and tell Russia and Turkey and some other nations, we're not going to go to Israel head to head. Let's all go together. And it appears things are definitely leading that way. We talked about Syria, Iran, Turkey yesterday, along with Russia, forming some type of an agreement. That was in yesterday's Today in Prophecy, yesterday's Daily News. So now you look at this, and here, Netanyahu, check out this article. Netanyahu says the IDF found state-of-the-art Russian arms in Hezbollah bases. Now, we've known that already. Most of you probably saw that a couple of weeks ago. They're finding more. What is this more evidence of? The fact that Russia really is working with Iran. Some people might say, well, that's Hezbollah. Well, guess what Hezbollah is? They're an arm. They're a branch of Iran. Iran's like this octopus. They've got all these different fronts. That's why Israel's fighting on so many different fronts, and they know it's not the head of a snake, it's the head of an octopus. And so Iran is a huge problem. So if Hezbollah has Russian arms, guess where they're getting from? That means Iran. That means you already have Russia. And paying attention, we know this, Russia and Iran, just more evidence. They are working together already. Turkey is one of the probably the most anti-Semitic country that is out there. And so I'm telling you right now, folks, this world is set up for Antichrist. It's just a matter of time before some kind of peace has to come along. The world is looking for a leader. Certainly the nation of Israel is. They need somebody who can just promise them that anti-Semitism will go away, promise them, hey, you can have peace, you can live in your own land. That promise is coming. I don't know when it's coming, but I guarantee you that is coming. And the world, listen, when you start thinking about Bible prophecy and an Antichrist rising to the top, what's he going to have to come in? In a time when there's great chaos and confusion. You think of the four principles the Soviets would use, the Marxist country would use, Marxist people would use to take over another people. What do? You demoralize, you destabilize, you create a crisis, and then you come in and normalize. We've talked about that many times here. Been demoralized. The West has been totally demoralized. Been destabilized. Oh yeah, the whole world is being destabilized right now. What do? You create a crisis that is so great. Think of a global crisis, economic catastrophe, World War III. Crisis so great that we are on the verge of every day something like that happening. The people will cry out, we need a leader. And right now there is no leader. So you see, you can see everything going this way. It's hard not to see it. It's almost like once you see these things and you put together the Bible with it and you look at what's going on, it's hard to think, how can you not see it? It's like you can't unsee these things biblically. And remember, Daniel chapter 12 tells us the wicked will see it and they won't understand, but the wise will see it and they will understand. In other words, those people who don't look at the Bible and refuse to look at the Bible when it comes to the last days events, they won't connect the dots, but the wise will. Who are the wise? The ones who are looking to God's word, where the angel told Daniel, shut up and seal the words of the book until the time of the end. It's for the people at the time of the end. You look at everything going on right now, it's hard to say. You almost, if you're looking at the Bible, you're going, wow, we are so set up. The whole world is set up, a cashless society, digital. You can't buy or sell unless you receive the mark of the beast. Wars and rumors of wars. You have this massive volcano threat in the U.S. We have this insane stuff going on with the LGBTQ plus community. Check this out. Teachers Union conference to feature sessions on pronoun usage to, ready to get this, SLBGTQIA plus ideology. It's to train teachers on how to really, they'll say, make sure everybody's happy. No, it's really to promote this evil. This stuff is evil. So we're demoralized, we're destabilized. Massive crisis coming. Listen, the rest of the world is laughing at us. I don't care if you're talking to Muslims or Jews here in Israel. They're looking at the United States going, we may have a war, but you guys over in America, you guys are screwed up. There's something seriously wrong there. It seems like people really are thinking over here, both Arabs, Muslims and Jews and Christians, all three of them I've talked with today are saying, now they don't trust America. Nobody here trusts America. They're looking at America. There are many. It's like every nation for itself, and maybe that's what's bothering some is Israel starting to look like it's going to come out as the nation on top. It will when Jesus comes back, but the world is coming against them. But again, you look at these things, and we're watching this lineup. I'm telling you, Iran may attack Israel any day. Israel is ready any hour. Could be unbelievable attack. We don't know. But it could be that Iran says, wait a minute, we're not going to risk that. We're not going to attack Israel until they're unprepared. We're going to make some kind of agreement. We're going to make them think everything's good, but we're going to make sure Russia goes with us and Turkey goes with us. We're going to make Sudan and Libya all go with us. So I'm looking at these things. And at the same time, check out this. The IDF munition stockpile is sufficient for a short war. This report has come out from Ynet News, but not a forever war. And when you have that along with what's going on with nations like Canada and France, we have different European nations. We have threats here from the U.S. Did you see that? Threats to withhold everything from, pretty much everything from Israel if they don't get the humanitarian aid into Gaza. Guess who stepped in? Saudi Arabia did. Why did Saudi Arabia step in with the humanitarian aid to help out Israel? Because Saudi Arabia knows they need a strong Israel. Jordan knows they need a strong Israel. Egypt knows they need a strong Israel because they all know that Iran is the problem. So you look at these things. I am telling you, this world is set up. We're not at Ezekiel 38 yet because there's going to be some kind of peace plan that's going to come in here. We know that. Ezekiel chapter 38, when they say peace and safety, then that's when it's going to happen. When Israel's dwelling in the land of peace and safety, Ezekiel 38, verse 11. Israel's not there yet, but it is so close to getting to that point where this will blow up, and then there's going to be some kind of a peace agreement. So we look at these different dynamics, folks, and what a world we are living in. Listen, there's so much more to talk about. God bless you guys. I'll give you as many updates as I possibly can. I have a lot more videos that we're going to be sharing over the next week or so from Israel. God bless you guys, and we will talk to you later. Pray for the peace of Israel. And listen, it's Jews and Muslims alike that need salvation here. It's very evident. You know, people are afraid, but the war's up north. Everybody's wondering what's going to happen with Iran. But God bless you guys. Again, the most important thing is the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. Don't forget that. That is the most important thing. People need salvation. Sinwar is dead. And huge news. And listen, God bless all of you guys, and we will talk to you later. Bye.